which I've absolutely loved. Worked my way up through the ranks. I've been with the company sort of 7 or 8 years, practically grown up in the business. But I found over the years, actually, the time that I'm having to put in, and I'm constantly doing emails and stuff from home, it's really not matching up with the sort of the reward that I get from that business. And with a young family, that was really important to me. And then I was introduced to Arbon, which is network marketing, which is something I never thought I would do. And I had a bit of a look into it, did my research, and realised actually what this can give me is exactly what I'm searching for. So it'll give me more time to spend with my family. I can create a better income. I can spend more time with my kids. And it's really going to take away the fact that I'm working more and more hours. And even when I'm at home, I'm not focused on my kids. So it's really going to transform the life of me and my family. And really, I'm so excited about the amount of time I can spend with my kids rather than having somebody else bringing them up every single day of the week.
Brilliant.
Was that 60 seconds? Did anybody time it?
Ish.
Yeah, that was easily about 60 seconds. Thanks, Steve. That was great. So, does anybody else want to share their 60-second story? No? Yeah, you sure?
Well, I could share mine because I'd like to, so that you could time me, Elin.
Okay, ready? Hold on.
I'm not sure I can condense it. One of the books that Ian quoted to us at this point was How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. So if you're looking for a good book, then that's one.
I got it today. Very excited.
I just
tell me when you're ready.
Pardon?
Tell me when you're ready, or shall I say ready, steady, go?
Yeah, ready, steady, go.
Ready, steady, go.
Okay, so I'm an area manager and an independent consultant with Arbon International. And my background is that I trained at Loughborough as a silversmith and a jeweller, and was a business owner for 26 years, and accrued all sorts of properties over the last 15 years, which I still currently manage. I was introduced to Arbon and became excited by the positivity and the huge global opportunity and smart business model that it presented. So I looked at the last 30 years and the stress and the impact on my health, and made a life-changing decision to change my life and to make a difference in the lives of other people. The future for me and my 2 girls is so exciting, I can't believe it. I'm now creating a life totally by design and imagining and visualizing where we will be in 5 years from now, having built a global business and the thousands of people's lives that I will have improved and helped. I've decided on the ways that I can create a recurring income stream, and how I can become a social entrepreneur and a leader regarding health and nutrition. And that's about it.
That was 1 minute, 8 seconds.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
That's just over. So, yeah, I recommend that when we do these scripts, that when we learn these scripts, or whether it's the Discover Arbon or the 60-second story, that we do it on a screen like this and we record ourselves. We do it in front of the mirror, and we record ourselves. We record ourselves on our phones or on Zoom. You can record yourself on Zoom. You don't have to have other people on the call. You can set up your own ID number and just record something and watch yourself on screen. And that's really useful. And do that over and over and over and over again. Because what you're doing when you're doing a presentation like this is public relations. If you think about it, you're marketing yourself. And so if you think about what the people that you're watching that inspire you in Arbon, you want to be like that. You want to be as good as that. You don't want to sound as if you're working off a script. You don't want to sound as if you're thinking about what you're saying. You want to sound as if it's totally just coming from the heart, coming from a place of passion and energy. And the best way to do that is to practice it over and over again. So, have you listened to Tamlin's?
Yeah,
Tamlin's is great. And also you can change the script. It doesn't have to be exactly like those guys. You know, you don't always have to say it's something I never ever thought I would do. You might want to change that. You might want to say, I'd never heard about it. I didn't know anything about it. And to be honest, I just thought it was something that stay-at-home mums did. And I went off and I did my due diligence or something like that. You don't have to repeat what others say word for word. Make it your own. And it's just all about the energy. At the end of the day, it's about you coming across with that vision. That's the main thing. The last bit about having a vision of where you see yourself going. So it's 8:43. I think we better move on. We thought we would do... Does anybody have any questions, first of all, about the 60-second story? No? Great. So I think we better move on, Bev, to the DA.
Yeah.
We thought we would do the DA presentation, 15 slides, and everybody could do a couple of slides each, but you've got to literally do each slide how many slides have we got? 18?
No, there is 12 active slides.
12. The 2 12s are 24, so that's too long. 24 minutes is too long, so we need to do like 1 minute just over for each slide. Some slides take less than others. Obviously the ones with the millennials and the X generation, etc., they take a bit longer. So we just be quick on the ones that don't need to be too long. We're not sure who's doing what yet. Anybody up for doing 2 slides? Hands up. I'm going to do the first 2. Jen's going to do the third and the fourth. Anyone else? Trish, where have you gone? Amy, would you like to do a couple? And Suzanne, would you like to do a couple? Do you know the DA, Suzanne?
I don't know any, so I'm going to take some notes. I'm happy to do it another time.
Great. That's fine. Whose team are you in, Suzanne?
I'm with Helen and Joe and Deb.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, great. So fine, that's cool. Well, we'll just work through it. Bev, you could do the 2 after Jen and maybe Steve, and we'll just keep going, shall we? Are you going to screen share it?
I've been trying to do it. Sorry, I've managed it now.
Here it is.
I'm going to try and make it larger, but then I'll have lost you, and I don't know how to not lose you. How do I get you back? Can you see the screen?
We're on the side. You need to move the screen just slightly over to the left, possibly, and then...
No, I've put it on full screen, so it's taking up full screen.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got you, but the screen's got short. It's got smaller. Hang on. That's it. I've got it.
Okay.
Okay, so Evelyn, are you going to lead with this first slide?
Okay, so this is how you would start Discover Arbonne. You would say, if you were doing a one-to-one, you would just say, okay, I'm just going to show you a very short presentation about Arbonne International. This is the most amazing company. Arbonne is a 35-year-old company currently, actually now 36, and we have an incredible legacy. We were started by a guy called Petter Mork, and Petter had a vision to create botanically based beauty, health and wellness products that were affordable for everybody. We use cutting edge research and development, and we have a really passionate culture of independent consultants. What's really exciting about this business is that it's a global opportunity. And when I heard that, I just thought, this is something I have to do. It would be crazy not to take this opportunity on. And that currently means that we are based in 5 countries. That's the USA, Canada, Australia, the UK and Poland. But this year we are launching into Taiwan. We also have New Zealand on the horizon, and we will be going global over the next 10 years. We have a very generous compensation plan. Our opportunity is willable at the second level of management. You can will this 7 generations down. We have the most amazing and experienced committed head office team, and we have a state-of-the-art distribution and support centre. And what I basically tell people is that this is a business in a box. You don't have to think about designing a website. You don't have to think about marketing. All you have to do is open your mouth and share this opportunity with others. This is a word of mouth referral business. And what that means is that we are cutting out the middleman. So, Bev, I would say here, what's the next slide? Okay. Do you do all of these slides? And are these the 12 slides then, yeah?
Yeah.
They've already been on. Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, the Arbonne product advantage is that they are unique. The reason they're unique is not just that they are plant-based formulations blending the best of science and nature, but they are the highest quality ingredients from around the globe. We source ingredients from the entire globe with our incredible research and development team. They are pH correct, which is very different to pH. pH correct is very different to pH balanced. So pH correct is 5.5. pH balanced could be below or above that, and that can interfere with the natural oils of your skin. We're hypoallergenic. We're vegan certified. We're dermatologist tested. We're clinically proven, something that we are not obliged to be, but we have chosen to have ourselves clinically proven through very, very extensive testing on consenting human beings. We don't test on animals. We never have. And we are built on a Swiss heritage of European standards. So we are an absolute luxury, high premium brand. And if you compare ourselves to economy brands, then you've got the premium brands, and then you've got the ultra premium brands. So we sit at the top, and it's not just about what's in our products, it's about what's not in our products. So they're formulated without gluten, they're formulated without petrolatum, which is a byproduct of the petrochemical industry, and it's really bad for your skin. We have animal products and no animal products or byproducts, and never tested on animals. We're formaldehyde donating preservatives. We don't have any formaldehyde donating preservatives. We don't have any chemical dyes or fragrances, and we don't have any artificial sweeteners, colours or flavours in our nutrition ranges. And we don't contain any parabens or phthalates that are toxic. So we only use botanically based preservatives. Okay, and that basically gives you, in a nutshell, everything about our incredible products. So I'm going to pass on to Jen now, who's going to give you a bit of information on our wide range of consumable products.
Hi. Okay, so at this point in the presentation, what I tend to do is talk about the different ranges. So I'll say Arbonne offers products for people from birth all the way through your lifetime. So there's going to be something for everybody. To give you a brief overview, we do skincare, nutrition, sun care, baby range, spa range, and we also do an amazing makeup collection. I'd just like to draw your attention to the RE9 range, which is our flagship range. And I'll just explain a few clinical results on that. No, I won't say that. Our flagship range, and then I'll get it out and I'll have my gold bag on the table ready at this point. And this is where I like them to try the products and just feel like, just kind of touch and feel how amazing they are. And I'll just say the flagship range. Hang on a minute. Steve, can you just mute your computer, please? Because I'm echoing. Thanks. So the flagship range, it firms, smooths and brightens the skin. It's going to reduce the appearance of all the fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to give you a beautiful, even skin tone. And it's a results-driven product, so it's going to show results within 24 hours. And then I'll say, this is your bag to take away and try for a couple of days. And that's really what I do with that particular slide, and I just draw it onto that really important range. Okay. Is that okay?
That's great. Shall I do the next slide? Okay, so what is network marketing? There's probably plenty of people in the room that actually don't realise, or if you're on a one-to-one, obviously you're not going to say that, but there's a lot of people that don't know what network marketing is. So this slide actually demonstrates the traditional retail method of getting goods from the source to the consumer. So a traditional retail model will go from the manufacturer to the wholesaler to the warehouse, and then you need a sales force who then actually get it into the retailers. And obviously we all know that within the retailers we've got lots of people who are responsible for actually selling those goods to the end consumer. So you've got an awful lot of processes there with an awful lot of individual profits within that. So about 83% of the product price that you pay in store has gone into this process. So the actual amount of the value of the goods in the first place is very, very low. Now, this is what I really loved about the network marketing model, because it actually gets the products direct from the manufacturer to the consumer through a network of independent Arbonne consultants who are all basically referring the products to the consumer. So we in turn get paid a residual income and a commission override for actually referring and showing those people how to shop directly with Arbonne. So as you can imagine, there's an awful lot of money that is saved by that process being simplified. And that's where this business is the business of the 21st century, because it actually facilitates the ability for a higher quality product to actually reach the market through a very simplistic business model. So it's marketing and distributing a product via word of mouth. Now, we all do that. We all tell people about movies, about books that we've read, etc. And, you know, they sell, or you go to that restaurant, you go to the theatre, you go to watch the movie because a friend has told you about it. Now, the movie, the cinema doesn't pay you, the restaurant doesn't pay you a commission for having told your friend. The difference here is that Arbonne actually pays you for that referral. So it's an effective distribution system, as I've explained, and the company provides the infrastructure by which it can happen. So it's very flexible. The scheduling is very flexible. We place our orders online. We can do it 24/7. We can do it asleep. We can't do it asleep. People in Australia can place their orders whilst we're asleep, and we can receive a commission on any of those orders that are placed. So it gives us fantastic ownership opportunities because, as Elin said, it is a business in a box. It's a very low cost startup of £56 only. And it therefore gives us lifestyle choices because we can build this in and around our family, around our other job commitments. And we can just put as many hours into it a week as we would like to do and build it in the time that we have. So Suzanne, would you be able to do this slide? You need to unmute.
No, at the moment, I always get them mixed up, which one does what.
You want to do the stop-start one then next? Yeah?
Well, I've never done any of these before.
Okay. Don't worry. Well, the next one, this one is quite complicated if you've not done it before. So, Steve, are you there?
I am here.
Great. Can you do this one?
I can start.
Yeah,
Definitely.
go for it.
So why Arbonne, why now? So out in the world, the people you know, the people you're related to, the people you're friends with, Arbonne's got a fit for everyone. So I'm just going to walk you through very quickly through the sort of different generations that we have and that you can talk to who this business may work for. So the baby boomers, that's sort of the age of my parents. They're coming up towards retirement, and actually these days retirement doesn't really mean a lot. Pensions haven't performed as they should be, and actually a lot of people in that generation didn't necessarily take the appropriate steps to safeguard their retirement. So instead of retiring at 60 or 65, people like my mum were expecting to work on till they're 70 or maybe 75 because they physically can't afford to retire. So for people coming into that who don't have that becoming part of Arbon and a business like this really gives them the opportunity to create an extra income as they're working towards that retirement, and then an income that is residual that keeps coming through their pension. So instead of having a pension, actually they can have their state pension, and then they can have an income from Arbon every month, purely through the meeting and greeting and working with people that they know, people they like, people they want to, and helping people with the products. The next generation, Gen X, which is sort of your 30 to 40-year-olds, I think, which is which is the generation I'm in. So this effectively is the evergreen generation. So we're the first people who started to worry about recycling. That's where it all started to come in. We're worried about the environment. We're worried about the trees. We're worried about the materials we're using and the things we're putting on our skin. We're really pioneers of thought in terms of those sorts of areas. But more fundamentally than that, this is the generation of the debt boom. So everybody that we talk to, certainly I know lots of people who've got themselves into debt because that was what we did. This is what our generation was all about: free access to credit cards, to 120% mortgages from Northern Rock. You know, it was all readily available for us. And again, we're looking for a way out. There is working 9 to 5, 40 hours a week is not necessarily going to get you that additional income to put you back on an even keel. So a business like Arbon, again, we're creating that second income. And for a lot of people, it is just about finding another income stream to try and satisfy our outgoings in order to get back to a level playing field and then start to move forward with our lives as we're sort of getting older and our children are coming up towards sort of college education and stuff like that. I can't remember millennials or digital generation. Someone's going to have to help me out on those.
Okay, well, the millennials are people who were born, I think, after 2000, and basically they wanted a different lifestyle. They didn't want the lifestyle of their parents who worked for 40 hours a week for 40 years and basically couldn't retire on 40% of the income they couldn't live on in the first place. So, you know, this is a generation of people who want flexible lifestyles. And so combine that with an internet-based business and the digital generation, and you've got 4 mega trends coming together, which is why this business is right for now, which is why the title, Why Arbon, Why Now? So network marketing is booming and people want more from the time that they spend working, regardless of age, generation, or socio-economic level. And so that's why business is, you know, forecast to actually boom, because the 4 trends coming together. So Suzanne, could you manage this one, experience and share better products? This one literally is like what it says.
I'd rather listen for this one and do it again another time, just so I know what I'm talking about, rather than blundering through it.
Just read from the script, seriously. It'll help you. You know, the more you do it, the more you get to know it. It is literally the script, this one. Yeah?
I'll do it, Bev.
Okay.
Because it's 9 o'clock now. My daughter's just come home from school and I need to help her with her prep. So I'm going to smash through this one. How many more slides are there? Because we've gone almost up to 15 minutes now.
Right, okay, so just whiz through this one then, Elin, and then I'll take over with Steve and Jen on the rest.
Okay, so literally all we do in this business, this is the most simple, perfect business model in the world. This is the business of the 21st century, and this is why literally all you do is you stop buying the skincare products that you're buying from the stores you're currently buying from, who currently do not pay you commissions on anything that you are using, and you start using products from your own store and enjoying the benefits of Arbon products. Safe, pure, beneficial products. You're buying superior products at a discount from your own Arbon business, and you're getting paid when others are purchasing Arbon products from you. And all you need to do is talk about these products to other people, share them with everyone, show people how to do the same, how to stop on high street and stop lines their own, and getting paid every time. I mean, I stay my connection.
Yeah.
So online, yeah. Anyway, just to finish, ordering online is actually taking over and has taken over high street stores. And today I heard on the news that in the next 10 years, 990,000 jobs will be lost as high street shops close and shopping goes online. That's, you know, the world has changed, and we are here, we're ready, we're poised, and this business is going up with or without us because of its absolute forward-thinking place in the market now. So that is it from me, guys. I'm going to have to run because my little girl's exhausted and she needs her mama.
Night, you.
Thanks, everybody. Love you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So the next slide, we'll just really race through these now. Why Arbonne? Because Arbonne is so much more than a business. It's results driven. So personal product experiences are ways that we can actually introduce people to the products and refer them to the way that they can shop directly online. And it gives you the ability to run your own business for a very low startup cost. You get tremendous support from Arbonne. You've got your own complete e-commerce website, which you can use to support clients 24/7. We have training and resources and social media, support and mentoring, and customized training programs from Arbonne University and also from the source. So as soon as you get your ID, you then have access to this huge wealth of information and training programs. Personal development. When somebody told me about personal development when I first started the business, as is the case with most people, you tend to think, well, actually, there's nothing wrong with me. I think I know who I am. I don't actually think I need to personally develop. But obviously, as time goes by, you realise that this business is actually a personal development business, and it's wrapped up in skincare. And that is quoting the previous CEO, Rita Davenport, when she said that. And I think most of us who've been in the business longer than sort of 12 months would agree on that wholeheartedly, that it's about the person that you actually become. And it's about all of the wealth of learning that you get introduced to. So from my own point of view, I learned more in the last 3 years than I did in the last 25 years in terms of, you know, what's going on in the world. And for me, it is like priceless. So we improve our presentation and leadership skills, and we give back to the community through the business and through the Arbonne Charitable Foundation as well. So you grow as a person and as a leader, and your confidence naturally increases and your overall well-being most definitely increases. And for me, that is really important part of Arbonne. So the next slide is the generous compensation plan. Steve, are you okay with this one?
Yeah. Okay, so in terms of when you get started, the compensation plan that we have at Arbonne is unlike anything else. It's so it really is there to facilitate that income that everybody's looking for from start to finish. So there's 4 levels of management within Arbonne. So everybody starts off as an independent consultant. Everybody starts off in the same place with the same business of one, and they all have to work themselves up. The only difference between the levels of management is effort and time within the business. So the first level of management is a district manager, and that is, you promote through the levels based on the amount of money the amount of sales and the amount of money that's passing through your business. It's not based on any subjective criteria like who likes you, interviews, any of that stuff. It's purely based on if you work hard, product will move through your business and you'll get promoted through the levels of management. So as district manager, the average income, I think these are the 2014 figures, the average income annually was £2,025. So that's anywhere between sort of £100 and £500 was sort of the average for people. And the average time to get there was 4 months. So really quick, and your sponsor should always be working to get you through into that district manager level as soon as possible. At the second level is where it really gets exciting, and particularly for me as a family man, that's where the real benefits of Arbon start to kick in. So as an area manager, the second level of management, that's the point where I can will my business. So as you can see, the average annual income is about £11,000. So in and around £1,000 a month on average for people in 2014 at that level. And in terms of a willable business, for 6 generations after me, after I pass away, that business will continue, because people who are in my business will continue to take on new business partners. They will continue to sell products, and that money will go into the next 6 generations of my family. So I'm safeguarding the future for my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids, and the 2 after that, I'm not going to say great loads and loads of times. And the average time, again, in 2014 to get to that level is 11 months. The third level of management is regional vice president. And this is, for most people, this is sort of the retirement level. This is the point where you look at your everyday job, your 40 hours a week, and you say, do you know what? I've replaced my salary and more for a lot of people. So I don't need to go to work anymore. I'm going to use Arbon as a full-time business, as in the main source of income. But I don't think anybody classes it work full-time, because you're talking to people you like, you're having coffees, you're sharing products. It's not work as you know it. So the average annual income there was 46,000. So that's just under £4,000 a month in income. And the average time in 2014 for people to get there was 22 months. And that is the level where you get the real status symbol of the business. So that's where you get your white Mercedes. So it's a cash bonus that Arbon provides for you of £500, so that you can go out and get your own Mercedes. It's not Arbon's Mercedes, it's your Mercedes. But they give you that £500 to either, if you want to buy it outright, you'll get that £500, or you can lease or get a hire purchase, however you want to, because it's your car. The only stipulations are that it must be white and it must be a Mercedes, and then you get a lovely Arbon badge to put on the back, not plastered over in loads of writing, just a nice little classy badge on the back of the car. And then the fourth and final level, which is the top level of management, which any person can get to, whether they start today, whether they start next year, whether they're already in the business, anybody can get there, because it's a level playing field, is national vice presidents. There you can see the average income escalates significantly. So the average annual income is 201,000, and the average person took 32 months, so less than 3 years to get to a salary of over £200,000 a year, which is phenomenal. I can't imagine any other industry or know any job where the escalation inside 3 years is anything like that. I've been working for my company for 8 years, and I can assure you my salary is nowhere near £201,000 a year. So again, you get your Mercedes bonus gets slightly bigger. You get Tiffany at Christmas. You get flowers on your birthday. You get an all expenses paid trip to Hawaii every January with all the other national vice presidents. So when you get to that level, it really is such a phenomenally different world to when you start out. But like I say, I just want to reiterate, anyone can get there. The plan's the same for everyone. There's no discrimination. There's no opinion. It is purely, if you work hard, if you sell products, the sky's the limit through the 4 levels of management.
Okay, so as we're all aware, the most exciting part about Arbon for me is the global opportunity. We're currently in the United States, Canada and the United Kingdom, Australia and Poland, and we launch in Taiwan, in theory, in September of this year. So our future expansion potential into new markets is just absolutely awesome, to quote the Americans. So we've got the ability to do business locally or globally. And as you can see here, the green areas are where we currently are. So that's North America and Canada, UK, Poland, and then Australia. And then the little bit, which should be to the, above there in orange is Taiwan. And from there, it doesn't take much prediction to see that we're going to be able to go into the other countries like South Korea, Singapore, possibly Hong Kong, eventually, once the animal issue is resolved, which could take years. But it's really, really exciting. I think it will probably go to New Zealand, but obviously we can't forecast this. But the company has said that they want to go into another 10 countries in the next 5 years. And as you're aware, we can sponsor people in any of these countries to start an Arbon business. And it is the equivalent of just £56 for them to get an ID. And then we show, teach, mentor them how to do it. And obviously receive a residual income from that business as it grows out. and into a huge, huge network. So that is what is really, really exciting in terms of the future for everybody within Arbonne. So, Jen, are you there?
I think Jen's just on the phone at the moment.
Okay. Well, I think at this point we all know that there's 3 ways to join Arbonne, which is to host a party and receive free products and benefits. We invite friends and family to learn more about the Arbonne products, and then we can join as a client and get an ID and shop at full price, or we can become a preferred client for a cost of £17 for the year, which is £11 to renew, and instantly receive a minimum of 20% discount. I'll skip over that onto independent consultants, which is £56, and you immediately enjoy a wholesale discount of 35% off the suggested retail price, and as much as 50% off your first products in the first 2 months of your business. So it's basically, the next question is, join Arbonne, build your own successful business, and ask yourself, what if it doesn't work? Or ask yourself, what if it does work? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time if you change nothing now? Where will you be? Will you be still in the same job, doing the same old thing, going home really dissatisfied, doing your 9 to 5 on the M25, the M3 for 3 hours a day? And this is how we kind of end the presentation. The purpose of doing this tonight, really, for me, is the fact that what I've realised, and it's about to cut out, so I apologise if it does, that there are lots of the regional vice presidents now are preparing their own 15-minute presentation on YouTube, and then they're sharing that with their teams. So that gives them the ability to then prospect somebody and to send somebody the link to that DA. So if you can't actually go to the DA yourself, or you can't actually Zoom with them yourself, you don't feel confident, then you've got that 15-minute presentation. So as district managers and leaders, that's the first thing you need to do, is to make sure that you perfect this DA in 15 minutes, which is why this version is just 12 slides. And to get it off to a T, you can personalize it. Ian's DA actually has his team around him, and so he's got a couple of extra slides. But it's very difficult to pack it into 15 minutes. But I hugely recommend that you get that, off to, perfect it, and then load it up to YouTube so you can share the link. And it's great because obviously you can do that with other people. So if you've got somebody who has a relative business, then you can always introduce them to somebody else's 15-minute DA if you want to do that. But essentially the idea is to do your own. So it takes practice. And the main thing is it takes practice to get it down to 15 minutes. But if you're doing a one-to-one with somebody, you need to do it in 15 minutes because you need the extra 15 minutes of that 30-minute appointment, that coffee break, to be able to show them how the business works, and to actually, if they want to start the business, get them signed up online then and there. If they want to buy the products, great, order the products with them, get them registered as a preferred client then and there. So most people, if they see they can do this business in 30 to 40 minutes, they'll think, wow, I can do this. This is really easy. If you're going to sit there for an hour and a half, which, lots of us have done, then they're going to think, shit, I haven't got time for this, I can't do it. I just haven't got time. And that is the biggest objection that we come across, really, is time. Haven't got time. So that's what I'm going to be focusing on. And I hope that, along with the 60-second story, I need to get that off to 60 seconds, obviously, in such a way that I can adapt that as well to the person that I'm with. So I hope that's been useful and nobody thinks it was too simple a thing to train on. I know that unless I'm forced to sit here and do it, I'll think of 10,000 different things I need to do in the day. So that's it for tonight. Great to see everybody, and see you hopefully next week.
Thanks very much, Bev. I think I agree with you. Practicing these things, we can all find a million reasons not to practice them, but it's only practicing that's going to make any of us any better, and it's going to make it better when we're sat there in front of a prospect. So really practicing, and that was the main thing that I got from Ian's workshop the other day when we did a bit of role play and we practiced. They're all things that I knew, but they're things I didn't apply. So all these things are here. It's a simple duplicatable business. Let's practice them. Let's get in front of the mirror. Let's do it in the shower, not together in the shower.
And when you when you see Ian doing the DA, Steve, he is so slick, you know.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I saw him a couple of times last year.
Yeah, clarity is absolutely everything in this business. It's
Completely agree.
duplication and it's clarity, and it's getting the message across in the most succinct, clear way. And if you're going to be babbling on because you haven't quite got that sorted, then it's just to your own detriment, isn't it? And I'm
Completely.
the biggest one for waffling on too long. So I really want to get good at this. So anyway, great. So see you all next week. I hope everything goes well for the rest of the night. You've still got an hour to place, well, just under an hour to place some orders.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and check my stats and just see what's going on. Okay, see you everyone.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.